We're ready, Cass. I can't be 100% sure because
Are
I
we?
think we're live, Banana. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Well, Cassie, I'm really well. And I love your cowboy hat. We're going to talk about that in a minute, right?
Yeah. Can I teach you guys a song?
Can you what?
A song.
You can do a song in a minute, but first we have to just say hello to everybody. It's our Tuesday night. We missed last Tuesday night because last Tuesday night was my birthday, right?
And we were in Wyoming.
We were in Wyoming, and we had a great time, right? We had a great birthday.
We went whitewater rafting.
We went whitewater rafting. What else did we do?
We celebrated your birthday.
We celebrated the birthday. What else?
We were in Wyoming.
You already said that, Cass. You already said that.
I know, but on that exact Tuesday, we were in Wyoming.
Well, let's just do this, all right? Because it's important that we say hello to everybody. Hello, it's Tuesday Night Live.
Hello.
It's Cassie Brand in her very fancy cowboy hat joining me for the first 10 minutes of the podcast. Mom put you on a very tight time limit tonight, right?
She did.
Why? She doesn't want you because you have to go to bed and do whatever?
Well, last night I didn't get much sleep because I only got like an hour of sleep because I couldn't fall asleep.
So you're just tired, right?
No.
Okay. You're not tired?
She's making me do it. Like, she's actually making me to go to bed at like 8 o'clock.
All right, but Cass, that's a mom's job. She has to, at some point, make you go to bed.
But she's like forcing me to.
Hun, that's her job. That's her job. Let's talk a little bit about Wyoming. How much did you like Wyoming?
I loved it.
What do you think the best part was? What do you think the most fun was?
Whitewater rat. Oh, no. I liked going on the tour guides, like the ATV tour guides, and then like the tour guide with Dave. And I liked the one with Chris because I got to see animals. And
Okay, so we saw some animals. What was the best animal you saw?
The best?
The bison?
The bison, yeah. Because I wanted to adopt one.
Cassie, we have quite a few enough animals. So we weren't here last Tuesday night. We were going to do it live. We brought everything out there with us. But then it was my birthday, and we did all kinds of stuff out there. And if you haven't been to Wyoming, I am telling you.
I recommend you go there.
Right or wrong? Right. It's absolutely the best. It was our first trip out there, and I have to tell you something.
If you want my recommendation,
yeah,
go
we
to
do.
Wyoming.
Go to Wyoming, right? Would you move there if we could?
I would.
Okay, that's a big thing, Cass. That's a really big thing.
I want to move there.
Don't forget, sometimes you go somewhere on vacation.
I love the horses too.
You did, right? And Cassie, we're going to tell a story in a minute about something you said to me.
Can I teach him a song?
Huh?
Can I teach him a song?
Not just yet. First, the time to talk for a minute.
I also liked whitewater rafting.
Whitewater rafting was a blast.
Because it was kind of like the ATV rides where like we were going down a mountain, so there was like tons of bumps because there was like rocks on the mountain, and so it took a lot of bumps and stuff. But you got really hot, and there was tons of horse flies.
And what did we do? We jumped in the water.
Yeah, and it was kind of a little different. It's kind of the opposite of hot. The water was freezing at whitewater rafting, but there were bumps, and it was kind of like ATV riding because like you were going down and up like the erosion bumps on the mountain, and there was tons of rocks.
And the best part about it, right or wrong, was when Tabby rode on the front.
Yeah.
And got blasted off the front.
Which is called riding the bull. She fell all the way backwards and got soaked.
It was hysterical. Let me tell you something. That was my favorite moment on vacation.
And the other kid was fine.
The other kid was fine. Tabby was riding the front. We hit a huge bump. Down the raft goes, face full of water. Tabby goes flying back. It was hysterical. It was even better because she was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she drained some water out. And then we jumped in the water. We swam.
I kind of wanted her to fall off.
Why? Why did you want her to fall off?
Because she didn't want to go in the water. She went in that like one time for like 30 seconds because it was cold. And so like I know she didn't want to go in, and I knew it was cold for her. So if she fell in, it would just be funny. It would just be funny because she's cold, and then she doesn't want to go in the water, and it's just all that. And she doesn't want to fall off, and then it just becomes so much funny because she gets a face full of water, goes up her nose, in her mouth, and in her ears.
So for you, if Tabby was completely cold, that would have been better.
Yeah, it would be the funniest
You're a
thing.
good big sister.
Yeah.
Good little sister.
Yeah.
So, Kathy, I got to talk a little bit real quick about yesterday. Because yesterday, did you mind me telling the story?
About what?
You and Mom had a little moment in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
But let me tell the story.
No, let me.
No.
It's my moment.
No. I will get to the point.
So we were.
No.
Can I just say one thing?
But you can't tell the best part of the story.
I won't.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just going to tell a little bit.
Okay, tell a little bit. Go ahead.
So, we were fighting, and
Wait. We weren't fighting.
No, I'm talking about me and Mom.
Yeah, you and Mom.
So-
You and I almost never fight, right?
That's not true.
No, we almost never fight.
I guess.
Almost never fight.
Whatever you want.
I wonder if we sound good. Do we sound good? I can't tell if the sound is good. So, go ahead. You tell the story.
Anyways,
I'm listening.
Dad, it's good.
It's good?
Yeah.
Okay, good deal.
So basically,
Okay, good. Just tell the story.
basically,
You and Mom were fighting.
and you were trying to find the solution. And
Right.
then at the end, you said,
Wait, no, wait. Stop.
You can say
Let me teach you how to tell a proper story because you're little, and this story needs a lot of build-up. So what happened was Cassie and her mom were having a little moment, and I came in, and I wanted to help them navigate that moment. I wanted them to get through the moment. And so Cassie wanted to talk first, right, Cassie?
yes.
Cassie wanted to tell her side of the story first, and I let you tell your side of the story and what was happening. You were going
On and on.
and on. Say it again.
On and on and on and on and on.
Right. And so what I said is, Cass, listen, when you have to get through a problem with another human being, you want to tell a couple points and let the other human being respond so you can get rid of those
Can I
problems.
tell this story?
Not yet.
But I'm a part of it. Like,
Yes, you can, but
you're barely a part of it.
I know, but listen, you're the best part. So let me do the part that isn't the best. All right. In other words, so now I tell Cassie, I say, listen, Cass, when you're in a disagreement with somebody, you have 15 things you want to straighten out. You don't lay all 15 out because then the person can't remember the first, second, third.
And so basically, he went on and on.
Wait
and
a second.
on
Wait.
and on.
Wait.
You did. You went
Wait.
on and on and on and on and on.
Okay, wait. You don't. I'm telling you, a story.
Okay, continue from on and on.
Yeah, a story needs a build up. So I say to Cassie, listen, you don't want to go on and on and on. And then I start to explain to her using various examples of different ways that she could make the conversation better. And I made maybe 8 or 9 examples in a row. And then Cassie said, wait. So Cassie interrupts me and she goes, first of all, you're a
hypocrite because you said don't go on because you said don't go on and on and on because then the person forgets. And you said that and then went on and on and on.
Right.
But at the end,
Wait, no, that's not the end. Wait, that's not the end. So then I stifle a laugh. I stifle a laugh because it's funny to me, but I stifle a laugh because the problem has not been adjudicated yet. There's still an issue. So we talk for another 10 minutes and we get the issue resolved and Cassie is going to have a great time with her mother and all the problems are gone. And at that point, I said, okay, I'm really proud of you. I really think you did a good job. Did you learn anything today? And you said,
yeah, I learned that you're a hypocrite.
That's what she learned. which had me laughing harder than anything I have seen from virtually any stand-up comic. She looks at me dead serious. She goes, yeah, I learned you're a hypocrite. Which had me laughing. But it's even funnier because it's probably all she really did learn, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe you learned a little bit about conflict resolution, right?
Not really. I mean, you're not the best teacher.
Oh, but God, that's so not true. You know I'm a very good teacher.
want to go to teaching school.
Teaching school. I will. So that was our story yesterday, which cracked me up. Now, from Wyoming, I will also tell you that we went to Old Faithful, the geyser.
I remember this.
Okay, now Old Faithful, if you haven't been there, is it not incredible, Cassie? How incredible?
It's like 100 feet.
It's incredible, right?
It's my mom.
Wait, don't tell you yet. You got to build.
Calls it Old Geyser.
Okay, but you gotta learn. You can't just blurt out. You have to tell
I'm
the.
on the podcast too.
Yeah, but listen to me. Here's what happens. We go to Old Faithful. It's a 2.5 hour drive. We get on the road at about 6 a.m. because we want to see some animals along the way. And at the trip, you see amazing things. Bison.
I just want to mention this is in Yellowstone.
Yeah, it's in Yellowstone. Old Faithful is in Yellowstone. And, we've already seen bison and we've seen elk and we've seen mule deer. We have not seen a grizzly bear, and that's all Vicky wants to see is a grizzly bear.
Moose. She said, I'll accept a moose.
Yeah, we want to see a moose and a grizzly bear. That's correct. And the grizzly bear, there was a grizzly bear walking in the weeds, but we couldn't see it. There was a million people looking with binoculars. We could not find the grizzly bear. And Vicky is upset. And she just keeps saying, I want to see a grizzly bear. What did Tabby tell her to put on to find the grizzly bear?
Put on
What kind of bikini?
a meat bikini.
Tabby tells her, why don't you put on a meat bikini?
No, she said, sorry. No, we were on a hike. This is a different story. We were on a hike, and she had food in her backpack. And so,
Oh, right. That's right.
and then Tabby said, oh, sorry, I forgot my meat bikini.
Yeah, Tabby was being sarcastic because I said, you're not supposed to have food in your backpack. And Tabby said, oh, darn, I forgot my meat bikini, which was hysterical.
Then I said, oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot my berry shorts.
That's right. Very true. Now, we don't get to see the grizzly bear. We don't get to see a moose, but we did see a lot of other stuff. Now, elk are amazing. They're gigantic. They're majestic. They're 23 feet away from you. They don't live in New Jersey. But Vicky has seen enough elk, so now we're seeing elk, and Vicky's going, great, another elk.
No, she said, elk.
What'd she say?
Elk.
Yeah, she just said basically, elk. I've seen enough elk for the rest of my life. I'm done with elk. And now what happens is we drive to Old Faithful. It's an early morning drive. Vicky's tired. She's not getting any sleep at all because we're staying up late. Every night's a big thing, a big production. My birthday was a big production. And so we get out to Old Faithful and we miss the first
Old Faithful thing.
Old Faithful thing, eruption.
Yeah.
Eruption. We missed the first one, and we have to wait 75 minutes. Now we walk around Old Faithful, and the pools around Old Faithful are they not amazing?
They're literally amazing. One had like a cave in it. One looked like a hot tub or a sauna, and one literally looked like a pool.
Yeah.
A really hot pool.
And you can't just walk where you want to walk. You have to walk on these boardwalks because if your feet go in the water, the acid will eat right through the leather.
You can't even just walk on the water. Like you can't even touch the ground because when it goes up, you're not allowed to be that close, really.
Correct. You just can't touch anything. Okay, the sulfur smell coming out of the water is very strong. People die. Yeah, well, let me just finish. Wait.
One thing.
You always have one thing.
One thing.
What?
So we get to this one geyser, and it explodes just a little bit. So just a little bit of water shoots out, and it's not much at all. It's just a driplet. And I wanted to see it because I'm like, Mom, this is gonna explode. It's gonna explode. You go on. No. Dad.
What?
Tell them about how Mom was so tired that she started calling Old Faithful. She said, I just want to see Old Geyser.
Yeah, she's tired. So words are just coming out of her mouth because she gets tired. She's a very intelligent woman. She's got 3 hours of sleep 20 nights in a row. And she's like, I just want to see Old Geyser. And I'm like, all right. It sounds like you're talking about some old man, old geezer, but you want to see Old Geyser. Now, we walk around the pools. There's signs if you fall into the water, you can literally get scalded to death or the acid will eat your skin off and you'll die that way. So it's amazing. And they're everywhere. If you haven't been, if you haven't been there, get there because they're not just a couple. They're everywhere.
It's amazing how you can die from a geyser. It's amazing.
It is amazing. And so it's beautiful. It's beautiful scenery. It's incredible. And now around Old Faithful, there are probably at the time we're there, somewhere around 3,000 people on this gigantic circle, and everyone's sitting and waiting. I did something I thought was fun.
There's like 2,000 people.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. I did something fun. I started a fake countdown. I stood up and said, okay, everybody, here we go. And I got a bunch of people to count down from 10. And when it got to 0, the geyser didn't go off because I don't know when it's going to go off. And I just went, sorry, false alarm, which was fun. But 10 minutes later, the geyser goes off, 200 foot in the air for 2 minutes long.
No, it's definitely not 200 feet. It's like 100.
No, it's definitely more than 100 feet.
It is. No, it's 100 feet.
Whatever number of feet it is, it's amazing, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing. It gets done going off. And I look at Vicky, I go, what do you think? And Vicky goes, I got to be honest with you. I'm a little disappointed. I'm like, disappointed? Hot water just spit out of the earth 150 feet into the air. There's sulfur acid that could burn a man to death. How are you not impressed with Old Geyser? And she just said, well, I just thought it was going to be a louder and bigger. I'm like, what did you want, special effects, Hollywood special effects?
She said it's really a letdown. Can I finish the rest of the story?
Yeah, go ahead.
She said it's really a letdown. So we're walking away from Old Geyser, and when we're walking away, the geyser that I wanted to look at was more amazing than Old Geyser. It was better. And I said to Mom, oh, Mom, who was right? I wanted to see that geyser explode, and no, you wanted to see Old Geyser.
Well, let me just say this to both of you, okay? Old Faithful is known throughout the world as one of the most amazing scientific Earth-like things.
Not.
It is. For either one of you to be bored at Old Geyser or Old Faithful is asinine.
It's not that I was bored. It's that how it didn't really... It was like the other one was better. It was bigger.
Look forward.
It was louder. It was like all of that. And it just like lasted longer. It lasted a good 5 minutes, which is a long time.
I will say that the other geysers went longer, but Old Faithful is the one people pay to see. That's the one. It's free, of course.
But you don't understand. The other one was better. So there was not many people were waiting at that geyser because they thought that it wasn't going to be as
So
good.
what you're telling me is that the international scientific community and the people that run the national parks, all of whom say Old Faithful is the best, what you're saying is that all of them are wrong.
Yes. And I know I'm just an 8-year-old, but like I don't really care at this point because
Look at the camera.
I'm correct. I'm correct. Because I know I am, and here is why I know I am. It was bigger, it was louder, it was longer. And it was just better. And,
I
then I say to Mom, who was right, who was wrong. I wanted to wait at it. There were people looking at it because they knew it was going to explode. And then there's this other one that's going off like crazy. And we weren't going to see any of those. We were going to see Old Geyser, which was, I have to admit, a little bit of a letdown because it was about 30 seconds.
All right. Let me just...
The other one lasted 5 minutes.
Okay, you covered that already. Let me just say one thing.
The other one lasted 3 minutes.
Okay, let me just say one thing.
So.
First of all of you thought that Yellowstone was somewhat of a disappointment. And Yellowstone was amazing. It was amazing. And if any of you talk to Vicky about it, she'll tell you to go to the Grand Teton Park, which is also amazing. But Yellowstone was pretty amazing, right?
Yeah.
Now,
I liked Grand Teton Park better because it was bigger, like...
Would you like better? Look that way.
I liked Grand Teton Park better because it was bigger, there were more animals, like... And then...
Will you ski it with me this year?
Maybe. And like we were kind of just tired of seeing geysers, and I was fine, and then so was Tabby, so was my dad, but we're driving past a geyser, and we're going to like look at stuff, and we're going to go in lakes, and all of the stuff that we were doing. We're going to go on a hike.
Well, we did a lot of hiking, right?
Yeah.
Now listen, it's 8:23.
Wait.
It's 8:23,
We
and
passed a geyser.
okay, listen to me.
Can I finish?
Listen to me. You got to do it quick because Mom just said it's time for you to go to bed.
Okay.
All right. So
Anyways.
your cowboy hat's adorable. You bought me the same hat, you guys, right?
Yep.
So now we have cowboy hats.
Can I just finish?
You got to finish quick.
So we passed a geyser. We're gonna do all the stuff that we did: hiking, going lakes, sightseeing, all that. And we passed a geyser, and my mom says, "Geysers, I don't want to see I don't want to see any more geysers because old geyser was a letdown."
Yeah, she really did. She said at one point, "I'm done with geysers," which I don't think anyone has ever said they're done with geysers. So we got to say goodnight to Cassie right now.
Good night.
Say goodnight, Cass. I love you so much. You were very good tonight. Give me a kiss.
Well, thank you.
Give me a kiss. Mwah. And Cassie, see if you could just bring me my cowboy hat, if you don't mind. I would love to have my hat. Go get me my hat, if you don't mind.
Where is it?
And then it's upstairs somewhere. It's in my room. I want to show you my cowboy hat as well because I belong in the West. I belong in the West. And I'm going to make up a T-shirt. I'm not going to tell you now because it's going to be a special T-shirt. I do have to tell you about some club stuff in a minute, but I'm just going to say this about my cowboy hat. All right, so my cowboy hat is beautiful, and I was a little concerned about wearing the cowboy hat here in New Jersey. And what ended up happening is I got over that fear instantly because it occurred to me that if someone says to me, well, you're not a cowboy and you live in New Jersey, well, there's so many responses. Look at that old man wearing a baseball hat, a Yankee hat. He doesn't play for the Yankees. Are we talking to him? We straightening him out? No, we're not straightening him out. Look at the guy in the warlock outfit roaming around dressed like Harry Potter. Do I say to him, you're not in a Harry Potter movie? No, I let him be. What about the fat girl in spandex? Do I say to her, you're not doing yoga? No, I let everybody be. So if you see me in my cowboy hat, the appropriate response is, I like your hat. Because I really don't care if you like it or not, because my soul and heart belong in the West. I would be a cowboy in a heartbeat if it weren't for the need to live in New Jersey, the need to live here for our businesses, for my children to be secure, and my outsized fear of horses. If it wasn't for those three things, I would be in Wyoming. It was great. Beautiful, fresh air. And the animals are just everywhere. I mean, it's really kind of amazing that you're driving around and all of a sudden you got to stop your car because there's a bison in the middle of the road and he ain't moving. So I recommend that everybody get there. By the way, speaking of getting somewhere, so this weekend we had Craig Robinson, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in New Brunswick. For some personal reasons that are very near and dear to me and Craig and I, mostly Craig, we had to push that date back. And we're hoping that date becomes Labor Day. Right now, in his place, we had to book a great show. And so we did. We booked Jim Brewer on Thursday, Saturday, and me on Friday. And I want you to go to all of those shows. Jim doesn't need help selling tickets, but my fans need to come out to the club on Friday night. And most of my fans are Jim fans. Sadly, most of Jim fans are not mine. They don't know I exist. But if I could get that to exist, I'd be happy because Jim Brewer, clearly one of my favorites, a great personal friend and a great comic. Craig Robinson, you know our heart is with you. We love you. If you see this for any reason whatsoever, know that we're thinking about you. And we'll see you in Labor Day. And in Bridgeport, another good friend, Louis J. Gomez, is going in there on Friday and Saturday. Chrissy Mayer is there on Thursday night. So all friends of the club this weekend. Chrissy Mayer Thursday night in Bridgeport. Friday, Saturday, Louis J. Gomez at the early show. And Louis J. Gomez presents The Depraved on the late shows. So that's going to be a ton of fun. I have someone here with me tonight. I don't want to talk about who it is. It's a buddy of mine from high school. If you could adjust that second camera for me, that would be great. So that I could switch cameras.
Good night.
So this is my cowboy hat, which I am going to absolutely wear wherever I feel like it. Okay, there's a close-up of my cowboy hat. And I gotta tell you, like, as hats go, all right, this hat has a lot of versatility. And I get the whole Kevin Costner going. If you want to send me a high-end jean jacket to go with my look, I wore this in Panera yesterday to see my Uncle Den. And I got some really side-eye from a young guy. And then a couple other people looked at it and said, we love the hat. And so then I saw the young guy thinking to himself, maybe I should get a hat. No, young fella, you couldn't pull it off. Okay, you couldn't pull it off because you look like a freak, all right? Not everybody can pull off the cowboy hat. I can. And, you know, I talked about this last week a little bit about judging people. And everyone says, you shouldn't judge people. And yeah, it's a bunch of crap. Of course you should judge people. How else can you make friends? If you don't judge people, you can't make friends. I judge everybody, and so do you. So do you. I can prove it because if you don't judge people, all right, you end up with people you don't like in your life, friends you don't like in your life. Okay, let me explain to you what I'm talking about, all right? If you don't judge people, all right, this is what you end up with, people like this in your life. Take a look at that scary thing. It made me laugh. You're going to judge my cowboy hat. Look at this freak of nature. Holes everywhere in his face. And I don't begrudge him. He wanted to do that to his head and his face and his nose. Tattoos everywhere, holes everywhere. Look, God bless you. If that's the look you want, God bless you. Okay? You should be able to look any way you want. But you don't get to judge me for my cowboy hat. Or maybe you do. Maybe you get to judge me and say, I don't want to be friends with him. He's a cowboy. That could be. That could be. I'm wearing this Friday night at the club, not on stage though. Because on stage, I think it might be a distraction. My incredible good look coupled with this killer cowboy hat could be a distraction. I'll take it off now so you can focus on the podcast. So many fun things happening at the club coming up that I want to talk about just for a minute, and then we'll get into a good club story, and then we'll be done for the night. And I have not been able to monitor your comments. I'm assuming there are star senders. I am assuming people loved Cassie. I'm assuming that you liked the story. I'm assuming that you like me. If you don't, I apologize. But I do want to say this. Coming up in both clubs, Kevin Neon, one of our all-time favorites, Arnez J coming to both clubs, Capone coming to both clubs, Jim Brewer, again, Thursday, Saturday in New Brunswick, me Friday in New Brunswick. Next weekend, amazing shows at both clubs. Coming up, one of my favorites in Bridgeport, Joe Maki. Now, not a household name. Not a household name, but god damn is that guy funny. Joe Maki from The Last Comic Standing was on the same season as me. He moved ahead, I didn't. That's a long story for another night. But I will tell you that Joe Maki is someone you should definitely go see. If you want to see Joe Maki live, he's in Bridgeport, 12 through 14 of August. Damon Wayans was just in New Brunswick. Just in New Brunswick. Let me tell you something about Damon Wayans. There's no other way to say it. One of my absolute favorite people in the business and one of my favorite comics. Damon Wayans is a monster good human being and a monster great comic. Very much like Jim Brewer, by the way, who was also a monster good human being. Very much like Brewer, a monster comic. And I have to tell you, like, I say these things and people say to me sometimes, I say it about everybody. No, I'm telling you right now, these are guys you want to see. And Damon, who was done for the year, was in New Brunswick. And I said to him, Damon, you got to go do Bridgeport. And we talked up Bridgeport. And I think because a combination of he loves to work, loves good rooms, and I think he likes us. I'm pretty positive he likes us. He agreed to do our Labor Day in Bridgeport. Bridgeport, Connecticut, Labor Day. Damon Wayans. It's not going to happen again. The guy's too busy. It's too hard to get him. It's been 2 years or 3 years since I had him in New Brunswick. So get your ticket. Don't wait. The guy is absolutely incredible. And don't miss him. Because if you miss him, that's going to be on you. That's going to be on you. All right, so what else I want to talk about? All kinds of fun stuff to talk about. I was just on the phone a few moments ago with some people about discovering and possibly doing another location. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but we'll keep our fingers crossed. Our friend Danny Roach celebrated his birthday up in Bridgeport on Sunday night. I drove from Middletown to Bridgeport to wish Danny Roach a happy birthday. I sat in 3.5 hours traffic up, 3.5 hours back. I was at the party for 59 minutes. But I would do it again tomorrow because Danny Roach is a great guy. Happy birthday, Danny Roach. So at the club, throughout the years, this is our 30th year in business, throughout the years, various things have happened at the club that are just fun to talk about. Now, if you've seen me do a raffle, a 50-50 raffle, these raffles can go off for quite a bit of money. And there's a couple different ways that I do a raffle. One way is that I will reach into the bucket, pull out a number, and I'll read the winning ticket. And someone will get excited, and they'll come up the stage. As they're coming up the stage, I will change the number on the ticket. So then when standing there, I read the same number, but I change the last digit. And they get all bummed out. Very funny to do. Other times, I will just change the winning number as I'm announcing it over and over and over to see who catches on. Frequently, it does not. No one catches on. Now, one of my favorite things to do is to reach into the bucket and eliminate all the losing tickets. The object of a raffle is to get down to one ticket. So we had a raffle one night, and I'll explain more what I'm talking about. We had a raffle one night. And by the way, I have never won a 50-50. Let me repeat that. I have never won a 50-50. That's important. Never. Now, again, what I would do, if you reach in and pull out just one ticket, that's your winner. You've eliminated all of the tickets. The other funny way to do it is to reach in and pull out all the losers and keep throwing them out until there's just one ticket left, and that's the winning ticket. This is the way to do it that I do when I want to have fun. When you reach into a bucket full of tickets and you eliminate a bunch of losers and you go, these tickets have all lost. All these tickets are out. What happens is that the first couple of times you do it, people in the audience are going wild. They're going, wow, how, he just threw those tickets out. And I then have to explain to them, it's just the process of getting down to one. And I will get all the way down to 3 tickets, and they will announce the 2 biggest losers. So, because again, if I reach into the bucket and I grab a bunch of tickets, or I grab one ticket, and I grab only one ticket, you could have been that. I could, this is your ticket, and I grabbed the one right next to you, and you would never know. You would never know. But by doing it the other way, I can get all the way down to 3 tickets, and then I can pull out the 2 that were literally right next to the winning ticket. So you know, right? That's more fun, isn't it? Finding out that you were that close. If I reach in and pull one number and I announce a winner, okay, that jackass over there won. But if I get all the way down and I can announce the 3 tickets that were in the final, first loser, second loser, winner, or second loser, first loser, winner, those 2 tickets have a story to tell for the rest of their lives. I was this close to winning. I was this close. So we're at the club one night, and it's a monster 50-50. The prize was one of the biggest 50-50s we ever did. Prize was right around $5,500. It's a sizable chunk of change to win. And I bought tickets for that raffle, which I generally do. And I decide that the stakes are so high, it's going to be fun to eliminate all the losing tickets and announce the third, second, and then winner. Third place, second place, and then winner. I think it's going to be hysterical. And I go about eliminating tickets. Now, let me tell you, when I threw the first fistful of tickets out, you could hear like a, oh, ah! and so you see people flipping out. Older people are like, what is he doing? Someone call a lawyer. And I'm eliminating tickets by throwing them out. And now people are kind of getting it because I'm reaching them going, see these right here? They're all losers. These tickets inside the bucket, they're still winners. And now it's getting big laughs. It's getting big laughs. At one point, right around halfway through, I picked out a ticket. I go, okay, here we go. And I pick out one ticket. Now, no one can see the bucket. So I got the one ticket, and I announced the number, and this girl said, I won. I go, no, you didn't win. There's another 275 tickets here. I just wanted to let you know you made it halfway through. You're better than all these other losers. You're still a loser, but you made it further than all these other losers. And it's killing. It's really getting a good laugh. And I'm having fun with it. Now, I have never won a 50-50. And I get down to these last 3 tickets. And I've got, 20 tickets in my pocket. And I pick out the third place winner, loser. And they're laughing. They're like, oh my God, because it was a big prize. Then there's 2 tickets left. I pull out the one and I go, you were this close to $5,500. Which, yeah, now you're happy you were that close. It's a story to tell. But you're like, Jesus, I had a 50-50 shot. And I pick out the last ticket. And that last ticket, nobody is claiming. And I'm like, oh my God, someone left the raffle. And now I have to figure out a way to pick a different winner. These tickets are all over the floor. I'm thinking maybe I give it to the second place finisher. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. Now, the servers start immediately sweeping up tickets, thinking they're going to have to put them all back in the bucket. And they're sweeping up tickets. And then I think it was Mark, or maybe Derek, someone said, did you check your tickets? I'm like, oh shit, I didn't check my ticket. Well, I checked my ticket. And I am the winner of $5,500. And you would think that was great. But it wasn't. Because instinctively I said to myself, it's going to be about 4 minutes after I put that money in my pocket, because there's no way I'm giving it back to the charity. 4 minutes after I put that money in my pocket, someone's going to say, wait a minute. All he had to do was palm one of his tickets. He could have thrown us all out. And he distracted us with all that noise. He's blown us out with all these funny antics and stolen $5,500. That's what I think people are going to say. That's what I would have said. I would have put it all back together and said, that son of a bitch palmed the one winning ticket, and he just stole $5,500 for the, I don't know what raised the money for, blind children. I don't know what it was. I don't remember. I don't even care. Because all I knew is I couldn't keep that money. I couldn't keep it. So now I have to figure out a way to give the money to somebody else. I can't just give it to the second place winner. That doesn't seem right. So what I do, servers have swept this big pile together. I threw the other 2 tickets in, and I just reached into the pile, and I grabbed one off the ground, and I said, this is as random as it could be. And I picked the winner, and they win $5,500. Now, everyone had seen me give the money back to the pot. And now, this poor son of a bitch has won $5,500, and they're under immediate pressure to give it back to the charity. And that's exactly what happened. But it didn't happen in a happy way. You could see them also doing the calculus in their head going, well, he just walked away from $5,500. Now I have to walk away from $5,500. And the guy's like, it's great to win. I've never won one before. And in my head, I'm like, I know how you feel, dude. He's like, I'm going to give it back to the charity. And the place goes nuts. And I swear to you, I can see a tear come out. Oh, I'm going to give it back to the charity. The guy got a standing ovation. I got a standing ovation. Both of us pissed off. He never talked to me again. Just a fun little moment at the club regarding a raffle. Another fun moment at the club was Bert Kreischer. Bert Kreischer used to get people to give money. He would just announce that the servers were going to have, just amongst the servers, there's 10 servers, and he would get people to give money to a pot, And then he would ask the servers, do you want to split it equally or do you want just one person to win? And it was kind of comical because we had 10, maybe 11 servers on, and that pot got to around $2,500. So now server's going to go home with $2,500. And they take a vote how they want to do it. Do they want just one winner or they want to split a pot? So if they're going to split a pot, each server is going to get a good amount of change. But if it's one winner, $2,500. So this server, Matt, says, I want to split the pot. I want to just give me a little taste. That's the fair way to do it. I don't want, just one person making all that money. It's not right. This is all happening up in the server station. And the other servers are going, hey, this is found money. We just want to have one person win it. It'd be fun. And Matt is going, I don't want that. We should all just take an even amount. Well, they outvote him, and now it's going to be one winner. Okay? And they pick, and Matt wins. Matt wins like $2,500 or whatever. And his face lights up like a Christmas tree. Like a Christmas tree. Matt is the happiest son of a bitch. And all the other servers are like, oh man, we wish we split it. And now I'm looking at Matt like, you said we should have split it. The only right thing to do now is split it. So Matt's not making a move. Like, hey, Matt, I go, you thought we should split it. Don't you think we should split it? And he goes, well, it was a vote, fair and square. And he put the money in his pocket. Son of a bitch, put the money in his pocket. He became a pariah on staff not long after that. And he left our employee of his own volition. He wasn't fired for hogging the very pot he wanted to split. But he did not last much longer. Bert Kreischer was notorious for doing that. Clubs throughout the country, staffs loved him. And we've got some great people come in. David Tell, when he comes in, doesn't do that, but he brings candy and he buys food. And after every show, he's throwing a pizza party. One of our favorites at the club, David Tell, because he's always doing something special for everybody. So listen, that was our 45-minute podcast tonight with our brand new fancy shifting camera gear. What I'm going to ask you to do is simple. Go to the YouTube page right now. Hit it. I'm going to ask you to comment, share the post, share the video. I'm going to ask you to come Friday night. Listen, Friday night, I'm going to record 2 sets, and I'm going to get them for Sirius Satellite Radio. I'm going to get a hold of my good friends who do all that work for us. I'm going to get them to record it. I want good audio, and the only way to get good audio is to have a packed house. Get your ass in the club on a Friday night. If you can't make Friday, go see Brewer Thursday or Saturday. And if you're in Bridgeport, do us a favor and go see Louis J. Gomez, because that show in Connecticut is like a cult. It's the most fun that you'll have in Connecticut this week. So that's it for the podcast. I love all of you. I'm punching out. As always, my phone number, 908-601-6976. Share the video. I'm going to punch out of this thing. And thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you liked our fancy back and forth shifting. I'm going to cowboy up and get out of here. Little Don Imus action. I'm not as old as Imus. And I'm going to try and figure out how to end this broadcast. Thanks so much, everybody. Love to all. How do I end this? I don't know how to end it. Vinnie goes live. Stop. It's a stop button. Thank you all. Thank you, all you star senders. All you star senders. I will mention you. I will thank you by name. I'm guessing who did it. I'm guessing